Yeah, I don't even know how to start this, like feeling like a job interview, but let me just get straight into it. So basically, what this is like I'm just trying to explain like who I am, the backing of what my brand Common Sense is, as well as like what I'm trying to achieve out of it. So like I see a lot of clothing brands and such, and they just do a lot of copy and paste and such. It doesn't really seem like there's any, I don't want to say meaning, but like any, like you can't really, I may be wrong in saying this, but like you can't really see any sort of like inspiration there. It's like I'm gonna just slap a logo on this and do boom, 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 if that makes sense. Also, I just want to like give a sort of background into like who I am, my idea with it, what I'm trying to do with it, and so on and so forth. More time, I just need to like really get content out. Like if you know me, I ain't a social media person. Even in like real life, I'm not even like, I'm very much to myself. You get what I mean? So like hopefully this will improve like public speaking and such, because I do events as well. But the main thing is like clothing going forward in it. So I'll just like give some brief background into what it is I have with it, what I'm trying to do, so on and so forth in it. So like with the Common Sense thing, um, I originally wanted to start a brand before Common Sense. I ain't gonna go into that because it was like very naive and such. But like with Common Sense, when it says like since 2020, when I say like established 2020, the original idea was like 2020 and it during lockdown, I believe, because I was in the library when I was doing that shit. So now, car at the time I was in uni was kicking my ass. I'm a bit surreal. So like I was just there like I can't see myself doing this and such. Like I know I shouldn't be here, if that makes sense. I know what I want to do is the clothing thing, but I don't know how to get there. And at the time, to me, I had like amassed a decent amount of savings, which I thought was like a decent amount in it. So I thought, not knowing how much like startups cost and such there, I thought like, I can I can take a stab and like just see how it goes in it. So I did a rough sketch of what I wanted the sort of logo or brand to represent and such there. I was just there like Common Sense. It makes a lot of like, to me it made a lot of like, pardon the pun, made a lot of sense in it. And then like I came up with the slogan underneath it, like have you got it? So like Common Sense, have you got it? It's like a double entendre with sort of it'll in like sorts. So have you got it in terms of the merchandise as well as like what I'm trying to project, as well as just have it be not a movement, but you get what I mean. If you're in that bubble, you sort of get it. But yeah. So even though it started in like 2020, they're writing out a detailed plan, as I'm sure a lot of people that start to try and do like business or try make that idea come to like life and such. You always feel like you need to have the perfect plan. That was like me. Did a bunch of sketches. My first initial sketches were shit. I'm gonna be so real. They were shit. Like a lot of it was just, yeah, this looks sick. This looks sick. I'm writing it down. I'm doing something, etc., etc., which was good for like the time, but I wasn't like doing much with it, if that makes sense. So like, um, fast forward a year, I believe, nothing had sort of came of it. I'd been going to like local people in terms of that do clothing, that do like screen printing and such. They were like moving along with it. Did yeah, I'll shout you, shout you. Didn't shout, man. I'm there like ringing them, belling them up, even going to like meetings and they're just not rocking up and such. I was like, you know what? Allow it. Like when I was moving in a sense of like when it makes sense, like timing, it will come to be in it. And I just left it at that. So now in like 2021, we're coming to sort of near the end of the year. So this is sort of September times, I'd say. And one of my cousins hit me up saying, yo, like, you should do an event in it. He's been like killing the events thing, even right now, killing it, you know what I mean? He said, like, you're a likable person, you know enough people, like, in the city. I'm from Plymouth, innit? I'm from Plymouth and Congolese background. Like, you should throw an event, see how it goes, innit? So I was like, you know what, like, and the savings I meant, I talked about before, all went into the event. I said, if like it does well, it does well. If not, then fuck it, innit? The event, like the first event did really well. I was like, oh shit, like, okay, I can translate what I did here with the clothing in it and then just move on with that there. So that's where sort of the events got created. I was doing events for a little while and then I brought it back to the clothing because, as I said, that's the main thing that I want to do. You get what I mean? So when I brought it back to the clothing, this was 2022 in terms of now I'm going to be proper serious with it again. You get what I mean? So now I made a design in anticipation for summer. I named it like the shirt design, Shiesty Summer, because Pooh Shiesty was popping at the time. It had him with Nicki Minaj, a Hellcat, and just like, you know, a bunch of shit on it. And to be honest, the design was hard in it. I had my samples. When I got the samples, I was like super happy because now that I've done that process, I've got it like physically in my hand, it's tangible. I was there like, okay, I can actually like make something of this. When I went to proceed with the bulk order, when I tell you these people got it wrong, oh my God, I felt like crying, bro. Like, I thought it was like a straightforward thing. I felt like crying to the point that I did nothing with it. Like, I just said, nah, man, that one, I was just find my L, keep it pushing in it. And yeah, it just gave sort of enough insight to be like, yo, okay, this is something that I can stick with. I don't care how long it takes. If it takes like for me to be 35 to pop, then I guess I'm gonna be 35 when it pops in it type shit. But yeah, with like inspiration, a lot of inspiration comes from like me being from Plymouth. Yeah, with inspiration, like a lot of it comes from me being from like Plymouth. Even when people are like, where are you from? Like, I'm from London. I've had them from Manny. I'm from Bams. Like, Bristol's a big one as well. Like, now I'm from Plymouth. But yeah, like a lot of that inspiration comes from there. Huge A$AP Rocky fan, like since young, huge A$AP Rocky fan. Same with Pharrell, Nigo with Bape. But I would say the main one that made me say, yo, like clothing, I can do this. Like this person was a one-man army with the thing, is this American like artist slash creative designer called Lil Nas. Don't let the name fool you. Like when I saw it, what he was doing with his brand Narcotic, as well as like his designs, and I was there like, yo, this is something I could do. Like, because before when I would see like clothing brands take V-Lone, for example, just the time with like A$AP Rocky, there's like a team with that there. And then it was a collab with Nike that really like blew it up. So I was there like, you need to have like a team as well as like heavy connections. But when I saw like Lil Nas, it seemed like take what Clint's done with Cortez, however you want to say it, but like strictly himself, this Lil Nas guy. So I was like, yo, this is what I'm gonna do. You get what I mean? This is what I'm gonna do. And yeah, since that, I've just been trying to put my own twist with it, not even saying on a UK thing to be like, oh, I want to be the UK this, I want to be the Plymouth that. Nah, I want common sense to be what common sense is to me. The people that reason with it, that like get it and are in tune with it, cool. That's all that I'm like happy with in a sense. Like, I don't want no clout, I don't want no fame. If I get rich from it, that's a plus. But to be living the way I'm living right now, just purely off of like this idea and this thing that I'm seriously passionate about, that's my goal. take care of the fam off this. That's my goal in it. But yeah, if I was to say like one person who I'd love to work with that people wouldn't expect for this sort of like, that I would say is one person to creatively collaborate with or like see wearing my clothes, is big up Win, big up Precious, my brothers, for introducing me to my man. But Westside Gunn, I would definitely say, if like I saw Westside Gunn with my like clothing, because he's like someone that takes his craft seriously, from like the music to the fashion to like wrestling and just the art. So I'm there like, yo, I fucks with it. You get what I mean? And if it wouldn't be him, it would probably be, in terms of talking UK, it would probably be someone like Pa Salut. Cause he's just I like his style. You get what I mean? But yeah, one person as well, just this is unrelated, that I'd say is doing his thing. A big shout outs to him is Tay from Trendsetter. Like, I stumbled across his like clothing as well as the podcast he does with his boy, like Energizer podcast, and I was like, yo, like this is someone that's like-minded like me, got the same sort of ambitions and such. That's like, I just want to shout that out. Like, this off top, everything is like off top in this video, innit? So I just want to shout him out with his thing there. But yeah, earlier, like I said, the like main aim of this video is just to like introduce myself, what I'm trying to do with Common Sense and such there. And like, although I haven't got a live drop out at the moment, I've got friends and family always saying to me, yo, when are you going to drop? When are you going to drop? When are you going to drop? I'm there like, just because they're not seeing the website or live drop already, they think nothing's being done. Whereas like everything is being done in the background, where I'm waiting on samples, while I'm waiting on bulk orders to come through. I would be like preparing photo shoots, video shoots, just little stuff to pop on the Instagram, videos like this. So there's still some sort of content being done rather than just sitting on my ass. You get what I mean? Saying, oh, because the clothes haven't came, I can't do nothing. You get what I mean? Nah, I can't move like that. So let me just show you one of the things that came recently. It's the packaging that I want to place in each sort of merch that I do with this live drop that I plan on doing, to be announced. So I feel like it can be a USP for myself, especially in the early stages, because a lot of startups believe you need to do the same formula of, you get the clothes, make it seem like it's a high-end fashion shoot, pop it on Instagram, say when the website launches, and then boom, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, oh, fuck it, I wasted X amount of P and it didn't even bang. Like, nah, I feel like you need to have something about you. And I don't just mean design, because realistically, everyone could design something that's like cold. You get what I mean? But it's how you like market it, as well as like just what's special about it. You get what I mean? So although my designs I think are cold, not everyone's going to agree with me. So I need to offer something different, as well as the marketing to be different, to, you know, make myself stand out. And that's what I feel like I've done with this packaging. So yeah. And you get what I mean? So like, what I've written here, the perfect breakfast that will bring sense to your day. So it's like, when you're putting on your garms that I've created, it's sort of like with breakfast, it's the first thing you have to, you know, give you energy throughout your day. Common Sense giving you your energy throughout the day, and so on and so forth. I'm not sure if I explained it too well, but the ones that get it, you get what I mean? But yeah, I just want to show to people, even though I don't need to prove anything, that like stuff is still being done. Like, just be patient and it's gonna come, innit? But yeah. But I literally said everything I wanted to say. Hopefully I wasn't waffling too tough. the ones that made it to the end of this vid, big ups to you. I respect you, man, in it. And yeah, just be on the lookout for content, not even packaging, what am I talking about? And just like products for myself, because believe me, I'm not one person that's just gonna fade away with this. Like, you're going to see it constantly, even if it's like in the most irrelevant form. Take, for example, with my Instagram, where I haven't got products at the moment. I'll just be like putting up images with my Common Sense watermark and such that I believe ties in with the brand and what it is I'm trying to create. You get what I mean? But yeah, like I said, thanks again for like just hearing man out with that there, and you'll hear from me soon in it. Bye.